Now get this folks, as of today, 3rd of May 2026, and all because of this jet fuel crisis, the UK government has given the airlines the thumbs up to reschedule, merge and even cancel any flights they want with absolutely no comeback. So let's quickly take a look together what this means to you, how it's going to affect you and what your rights are. And as usual, drop any questions in the comments and I'll jump in to help you out. Here's the deal. Now, usually airlines have to fly their routes or lose their parking spots at the airport forever. But because of this jet fuel crisis, the government is getting away with all of that. So, as I said, they can change, they can merge, and even cancel flights altogether. And this affects every single flight leaving every single UK airport to anywhere in the world, and your flight back home as well. What does this mean to you? Well, you're essentially looking at three possibilities. The first one is a reschedule. Your flight now will leave earlier or later by a few hours or even more. This will certainly mess up your hotel transfer, your hotel check-in, any ferries you've got to catch, and even ongoing flight connections. Second one, that's a merge. The airline essentially squeezes two planes worth of people onto one, meaning definitely guaranteed seats are now going to be double booked. So who's going to get the seat first? And lastly, probably the worst is a complete cancellation. And that is, if a flight isn't full enough, they'll scrap it entirely and move you to a different day. Now, how much notice do they have to give for all of this? Well, technically, they can cancel right up to the boarding gate. But there's a huge reason they're acting now. And it's called the 14-day rule. So, if the airline gives you more than 2 weeks notice, they don't have to pay you a single penny in compensation. Surprise, surprise. Now, by doing this, they save millions, while you're left with all the stress and all the hassle and having to try and rebook if you can. And as I've mentioned before on this channel, airlines already intentionally overbook their planes. So when they start merging flights now, due to the fuel crisis, those planes are going to have to double book the seats. And as I said, who's going to get the seat first? But there is some good news. For instance, if you don't like the rescheduled time or merging with another flight, you can demand a full cash refund. You can even insist they book you on a rival airline just to get you there on time or as close as they can. But what if your flight is cancelled altogether? Well, the law is actually on your side. They must offer you either a full refund or a replacement flight just to get you to your destination at the earliest opportunity. And get this, earliest actually means the next available seat, even if it's with a competitor airline. And let's say you're on holiday in Europe and your flight home is hit. Well, the airline actually has an unconditional duty of care to help you. So let's say, for instance, if you're delayed overnight, they're going to have to pay for your hotel, for your transport, for your meals. They can't leave you stranded. Fuel shortage or crisis or not, they can't do it. How will you find out if your flight is affected? Well, don't wait for a letter in the post. Chances are it won't come. They'll notify you by either automated email or a push notification on their app. Of course, you can always log on to their site and check yourself. But listen up here, this is pretty serious. For instance, if you've booked through a travel agent or a third-party site, the airline might not even notify you. They'll notify them instead of you. So this can cause a massive delay, which you won't even know about. By the time you hear the news, all the best replacement flights, seats, etc. might even be gone. So my best advice for this is be proactive. Log online, okay? Log on to their site, check on there, see if you've got any notifications. Check your email, even in your bin, your trash folders, just in case. Open up your airline's app if you've got one. Put it in your booking reference, check yourself, and keep doing that. I know it's not perfect, but until they can come up with a better solution, carry on doing that. And as usual, I'll keep you updated, so hit the like, hit the subscribe button, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.